Hey Leo, Mariah here. So you asked and I'm delivering. You wanted a career reading or financial reading. They both fall parallel in the same, so it's literally the same subject that we're going to touch on, career finance. But I normally don't do this style of reading. You know, I normally don't, and I haven't done a career finance reading in almost 2 years, I would probably say, since I started this channel. And I typically don't do this style of reading just because there's so many different moving parts and variables that doing it in a general reading feels almost virtually impossible, right? You got your entrepreneurials, your serial entrepreneurials. You have your people that work the 9 to 5, W-2 employees. You got your people who are unemployed. You got your people that got the side hustles going on. So to try and group all of these people into one reading when all of those different type of lanes have different movements is extremely difficult. And this is why I don't like to do career finance readings. But since we are here, right, and I'm gonna keep good on my word and I'm gonna deliver what was asked, I am going to look at this. So I say all that to say this: when going through this reading, keep it in mind because it is general. So whatever lane you fall into, whatever category you are in right now in your life, Leo, if the message resonates, take it. If it doesn't, that is okay. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors for my Leos. What is it that Leo is needing to know when it comes to their finances and their career at this time? We have decrease. Okay. What else is it that Leo is needing to know at this time when it comes to their career and finances? Let's see. We have reward, winning money, payoff for effort, recognition, advancement, professional work, fame. We also have coins, money coming in, wealth, good investment, sales and finance, getting a raise, lucky. And mask, secret stash, saving pennies, finding money, theft, acting assistant, hitting potential unknown. Okay. And bottom of the deck is spiral, out of control, climbing the ladder, upward trend, revisiting a job, promotions, and connections. The first thing that came to mind was debt. I don't know who's dealing with debt, whether it's student loan debt, consumer debt, whether it's a mortgage, whether it's a car payment. There's something here with your debt that we may have been struggling to pay off, that we want to pay off. It's like a suffocating feeling where we want to feel financially free. And anybody that's dealing with debt, especially when it's excruciating debt where it's kind of limiting our ability to really make moves in lives, whether it is in our career, whether it is in our personal life, it is suffocating. I think, Leo, just to kind of get this message out the way, if you are dealing with debt right now, it's not easy. Maybe we've tried to consolidate our debt. Maybe we've tried to figure out ways to get rid of our debt. Maybe even try to find new jobs or new employments, or even try to start our own business so that way we can start knocking down some of this debt. And it feels like to a degree our efforts have been futile. You know, maybe we're only able to make the minimum payments right now. Maybe we're able to make a bit above the minimum payments, but we're still not getting ahead on the debt that we need to. What I think is really interesting here is this really talks about investing in oneself. Really investing in oneself, but also too, how are we managing our money? How are we managing our finances, right? Maybe we have to rebudget, maybe we have to restructure our finances. And even if you're doing that, maybe we need to even decrease certain aspects of our life so that way we can save or try to have more money available to us. I know in this economy, it's not easy. It's not, I'm telling you, it's not easy. Eggs is going up, gas is going up, prices on homes are going up. Everything is just bleeding you dry financially. It's just tough out here. It truly is tough out here. I think, though, I'm not going to make you false promises of, okay, Leo, tomorrow you're going to get this windfall of money and everything's going to be great and you'll be able to get this debt cleared away. I would tell you, though, if I was to move this to going towards 2024, because this feels like a progress. Right now, you may still have some more bumpy months. I'm not going to deny you may still have some more bumpy months of having to deal with this debt, but it feels like going into 2024, whether it is investments that you've already made that will start to pay off, going into 2024. Maybe we are able to get that raise, but this feels like it would be later on going into 2024, right? So end of 2023 going into 2024, something financially will start to roll about for you where now you'll be able to have that breathing room. But I'm going to tell you, you probably got a couple more months here rolling out the last of 2023 where it may be tight, where you may still have to kind of work with the debt and what you can do to try and make things work. I didn't mean to get caught up on that for as long as I did. Let's keep going. So can you tell me more from my Leo spirit? Can you tell me what is it that Leo's needing to know in regards to their career and finances at this time? We have the Hermit in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, and one more, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. This is betting on yourself. This is betting on yourself. What this reminds me of, Leo, maybe in a work environment, maybe in a work situation, either it's not, you feel at odds with what it is that you do. Maybe we're not connected to it. Maybe it's just something we don't want to do anymore. Maybe we feel like we're dealing with issues with our coworkers or colleagues. Maybe we're finding it difficult to really find something that is going to provide us a solid footing in all areas, right? Not just something that we can say we have a job, but also being able to give us a really great work-life balance or something that is able to be financially fruitful for us. It's like we're having a struggle between us and the job market, or us and our job, or between us and the season that we're in when it comes to our business if we're self-employed. But I'll come back to betting on yourself because it almost feels like there's an idea that either you have or that you will have that we know, we feel like, okay, maybe this can be something, but there's a sense of maybe second guessing it. And this is something that has been placed on our hearts, maybe placed on our souls. And that spark of inspiration is there, but we haven't really fully lit the match to really ignite it yet. And I don't know why we're holding ourselves back. I think you clearly understand that what you're doing now, or how you're earning your money now, or the type of money you're earning is just not working for you. So we clearly can define what it is that we don't like and what we don't want, and how we are not liking how things are going about. But we're not clearly moving forward in the direction of what we do want and what we know is going to be beneficial for us and what we know is going to be fruitful for us, because there's almost this resistance of second guessing oneself, not really feeling sure, not really feeling like it's going to either play out, pan out, or give us the return on our investment that we would like to make into it. If I was to give you an example of this reminds me of somebody that maybe works a 9-to-5 and wants to go into business for themselves. And they have an idea, but then it's like, okay, well, I have to invest this money, or I have to do this. But then what if these things don't pan out, and now these things aren't working out for me, and now I'm so much money in the hole and just did all this for nothing. My efforts were futile. And they're not. There's a great saying that I genuinely do love when I see this, and it's by the great Deion Sanders. I love him, and he gave a speech to his players in Colorado, and one of the things he said, he was talking about expectations, right? And he was saying how our expectations, everybody has expectations of what we want. However, the issue is we don't believe in our expectations. And the reason why we don't believe in our expectations is because we haven't done the preparation to believe in our expectations. So how can we expect to get the outcomes we want when our preparation doesn't match our outcomes we want to get? And I thought that was so insightful, and that's what this reminds me of. Not to go all preachy and motivational speaking here, but it does, because again, you already have the idea. You have something that's placed on your heart that I do believe could actually make you a lot of good money, but this is betting on yourself. This is investing in yourself, and this is not second guessing yourself. All it's going to do is keep you in a stagnant position. All it's going to do is keep you in a place of analysis paralysis. When if you're not going to bet on yourself, nobody is. And no external motivation, no external voice, no external influence is going to push you forward to betting on yourself. You have to believe it, and the only way you're going to believe it is if you're doing the preparation to know that you're going to get there no matter what. So I would say to you, what preparation are you doing in this season, Leo, to pivot to a better financial situation? What are you doing in this season to prepare yourself to pivot into a better career, to pivot yourself into a better outcome financially and occupationally, where you feel like, you know what, this is where I need to go. This is my vision. It is very clear. I know I'm going to make it no matter what, no matter what's thrown at me. I'm so gun-ho and so tunnel vision on getting my finances better, getting my finances right, being able to move up in my career, being able to start that business, that nothing else will deter me because my preparation for it has been so great. I have no other choice but to succeed. What is that for you? That's what this reminds me of, truly. So let's, I feel like I'm saying, you know what? I don't know why I'm a tarot reader. I really should have just been a motivational coach. Yeah, to be honest. I should have just been a motivator. I don't know why I'm sitting here doing tarot for y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Can you tell me end of September for my Leos? 8 of Cups in the reverse. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. 3 of Cups in the reverse. World in the reverse. Okay. Well, I'll put it to you like this, because I understand life. And no matter how much we want to bet on ourselves or invest in ourselves, sometimes we are obligated to life's responsibilities, and that is a true testament. However, we can find every excuse in the book to not make something happen for ourselves and literally live by that and still hold ourselves back. I see at the end of September, Leo, you may still be either financially tied to a job where you can't leave, or maybe you're still having to depend on other people for their financial resources, or maybe we're still tied to debt by the end of the month, which I kind of picture that by the first portion of the spread. But we're still financially tied or dependent to something that doesn't allow us to be free, that doesn't allow us to feel liberated, that doesn't allow us to move forward. And there's almost this, I don't want to say comfortability. I think it's overused. I think it's a trope at this point, but it really is. I think because we know what to expect with a certain situation, even though it's not something that we necessarily want to be dealing with or we feel like is beneficial for us, we may end up sticking out that situation because, again, maybe we're just already obligated, right? And maybe we're too deep in it now to really leave at this time. Maybe because we have our bills and our life circumstances, it's like I can't just easily pick up, leave, and then go and do my own thing. I still have other things and maybe my kids and my living situation to account for. But I see you at the end of the month, 3 of Cups in the reverse, not really feeling satisfied because we are still tied to this. What should Leo do? Do I want to use this deck? No, let's use tarot. What should Leo do about this situation, or if there is anything that Leo can do? Justice. I go back to that debt situation for a second. If you are in debt, figure out maybe some things that we can do to eliminate our debt. Again, whether you got to go into debt consolidation, maybe some of you got to just deal with a plain old bankruptcy. You know your situation. I'm not going to tell you to file chapter 7 or chapter 11, but if you know you're in that position, maybe you may have to just file bankruptcy to really eliminate that financial burden off your back. And that may be the best way for you to really move forward and not try to keep holding on to something that either may be virtually impossible to pay off, may take forever to pay off, or you don't even see a way to pay it. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it, start over, start new. Have that clean slate. I know it sucks, but you may just need to do the clean slate, man. If it's not bankruptcy or having to deal with maybe some legal ways of handling your financial situations, this comes back to you. What is right? What is right? And sometimes what comes with what's right is sacrifice. Some of you may need to start your own business because justice does represent commerce, right? Maybe we need to start our own business. Maybe we even just need to do it on the side just to try to get it up and running and try to get it going to see if something. We don't have to always go cold turkey. We can start something in the process while still having our main job or our main career. If we don't have a career, maybe we're unemployed. Start figuring out what you're good at. Start figuring out hobbies or interests that you know you're good at. Maybe things that are trending right now that people are wanting to buy, and figure out how you can turn that into a business. But this is being proactive and not passive then your energy at the end of September is like being passive. It's like surrendering to your circumstances when you don't have to, and I know you don't want to. So you have to figure out a way, and nobody's going to do it for you. The biggest thing that I've had to come to realize, nobody's going to save you. No one in this world is going to save you. You got to save yourself. You know, as long as you got spirit, your angels, your ancestors, whomever it is that you believe in on your side, use them as your army, but you got to save yourself. And no one's saving you out of the situation. You have to. So Leo, you got to figure out a way to either start pivoting now from whatever this is, your financial situation, you need to pivot up out of that. If it's debt, you may have to do some things that you probably don't want to do, but you got to do it to get rid of that debt. If you are not liking what you're earning financially, you need to start looking at other ways that you can really build a business for yourself. You have ideas. You need to pick one. Don't be indecisive. Pick a damn option and run with it. And if it doesn't work, pivot again, try something else, but you have to keep going. You have to keep moving forward. Leo, I hope this makes sense. Again, this is why I don't really do career readings, because I feel like it gets all over the place and it's hard to really pin down depending on what sector of life you're in, whether you're employed, self-employed, unemployed, etc. But I hope this does make sense for somebody, you know. But Leo, I'm gonna leave you here. It's been a pleasure. I thank you so much. Thank you for the well wishes with my throat last week, you know, thank you. But bye, Leo.